Hey everyone, welcome to this beginner-friendly introduction to HTML. If you've ever wanted to understand how websites work, you're in the right place. This is the first video in our HTML course, and trust me, by the end, you'll have a solid grasp of what HTML is and why it's so important. Let's get started. So, what exactly is HTML? Well, HTML is the language of the web. You can think of it as the skeleton of a web page, the very first thing that gives structure to everything you see online. Now, let's break down the name because, let's be honest, hypertext markup language sounds complicated. But don't worry, it's actually simple. Hypertext sounds fancy, right? But it just means that web pages can be connected through links. It's the bridge that lets you click and move between pages effortlessly. Markup. This refers to the special text inside angle brackets less than greater than. These tags tell your browser how to display content. Still with me? Great, because HTML is the foundation of every website, and once you understand it, everything else will make sense. Now, why does HTML even matter? Think about your favorite websites, Google, YouTube, or even this very page you're on. At their core, they all start with HTML. But HTML alone isn't enough. It works together with CSS to make things look good. Without HTML, web pages would be just plain text, and nobody wants that, right? Now let's take a little trip back in time. Cue dramatic effect to 1991. That's when a British scientist, Tim Berners-Lee, created HTML as a way to structure information on the internet. Since then, HTML has gone through many changes, evolving into what we use today. Let's look at some key moments. 1991, the birth of HTML. Whoa, that's old. 1995, HTML 2.0, first official version. 1997, HTML 3.2, introduced better layout controls. 1999, HTML 4.01, a huge step forward, adding CSS support. 2014, HTML5, the game changer. This version added support for videos, animations, and mobile-friendly features. Don't worry if you don't get all of this now. What matters is that you understand. HTML keeps evolving, and what you're learning today is the backbone of the modern web. In this course, we'll go step by step. First, we'll cover the basics: HTML elements, attributes, and structure. Then, we'll dive into styling with CSS and making websites interactive with JavaScript. If you stick with me, I promise, you'll go from beginner to confident coder in no time. And that's it for today's introduction to HTML. Now you know what it is, why it's important, and even a bit of its history. In the next lesson, we'll get hands-on and start working with actual HTML elements. So, if you're ready to build your first web page, stick around. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe.